Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Something Something podcast. My name is Eric Kasloff, and with me, as always, is Larry Sands. How's it going, Larry?
Man, oh man, we made it to the end of the year.
Um, I know, man. It's like this year was slow but fast at the
I
same
know.
time.
I know. It feels crazy, right?
Yeah, I think that the older you get, the more years starts time does that. It's like, wait, the year's over, but it just started.
It's true. It's very true. It's very true. Man, we had quite a year.
Yeah, it was a different kind of year. I mean,
Yeah.
let's be honest, the show was a bit slower this year
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because we're
Yeah.
both busy with other stuff. So it was still all the episodes we did, I'm proud of. I'm 100% proud of the show, but it just didn't feel the same,
Really.
to me at
I
least.
it our I think one thing, and I think this is true for like creatively and really just in general. I think the evolution of where we started our podcast to where it is
Oh my
this
God, yeah,
very moment.
completely different show.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I can tell you, and I think you would feel the same, is in 2026, we're gonna have more agent manager interactions.
Yeah,
They're gonna contact us to
definitely. Yeah.
have their people on. And here, in the last couple months, we've had some real doozies of
Yeah,
guests.
and we've got things in the works that one
Yeah,
of them could have been huge, but because of health things, it didn't go
yeah,
through. But
yeah.
man, that would have been a big show.
Oh, it's still gonna happen. It's
It's
still
still
gonna
gonna
happen.
happen, just the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
say it was someone who was in the biggest movie on the planet at the time.
Yes. Yes. And speaking of that, got around to watching Regretting You finally.
Oh, okay, because it's on Paramount Plus.
Yes, we watched it. It was great.
It was really, really good, man.
It is a throwback. I don't know if it's a rom-com, but it's a feel-good movie.
Even though it's such a dark
Coming up.
story,
Yeah.
it's still a
Yeah.
really good coming of age movie.
Yeah, it's very dark. In a oddly beautiful way.
Yeah, I think bittersweet is how I
Yeah,
would
yeah,
describe it.
yeah. And Ethan, because for those of you just catching up, we had Ethan Costanilla. He was
Yeah.
one of the stars of the show on, and shout out to Ethan.
Yeah,
Thank you.
really held his own. I
Yeah,
forget the guy's name, but man, he's great.
yeah.
He was in two of the biggest movies of the year. How to Train Your Dragon
Mm-hmm.
live action,
Yep.
and then The Black Phone, which we got to talk about the
Oh,
home release of The Black Phone. We're
yeah, okay.
connected to it in a funny way, but then McKenna Grace was in it, and she had a huge year. She was in that. Then in Five Nights at Freddy's in February, she's going to be in Scream 7. The other
Wow.
young lady in it, whose name I forget, was on that 90s show, that
Ah.
70s show spinoff, and our boy Ethan really held his own.
Oh
Then
yeah.
I'm not just saying that because he was on the show. I'm saying that because no, he did really, really good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I don't know. I mean, as an actor, as a filmmaker, producer,
Hold
director,
on,
whatever.
Mason Tommen,
Mason,
Thomas,
okay, okay.
Thomason is the
You
guy we're
know,
talking about.
for everything that actors in particular go through with trying to secure like jobs and acting parts and why didn't I get this? Why didn't I get that? There's definitely a reason they pick the actors that they pick because it just fits somehow in a
Yeah.
strange cosmic way, right? It all comes together, right?
Yeah, yeah. And I do think that is a movie we'll be looking back on and going, oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, that is where he had his first role. And
Oh yeah. Oh,
speaking of,
definitely. Yeah.
Ethan, but also everyone else involved in it, And again, it was number one for about 2 weeks, I want to say.
That's
I
pretty
know
great.
it opened better. It opened better than the Bruce Springsteen biopic.
Yeah,
So just take that for what it's worth.
yeah. And I remember you were talking about that. You know, you weren't too impressed with that one.
The acting was phenomenal,
Yes, but
but
story?
the story, no, I'll be honest with you. Maybe I didn't get it, is
Oh,
probably
really?
what it is. I just didn't get what they were going for.
Tried to throw everything in the kitchen sink.
No, we'll do an episode about that
Okay, good.
event
I
one
gotta
day.
watch it then. I'll
Yeah,
watch
I
it.
won't say anything till you watch it so we could discuss it better.
Okay. All right. Cool. But no, man. You know what you came up with, and you had mentioned something that I think we're going to be doing a lot of in 2026, I hope, is more entertainment news.
Which is something I really think we should be doing, like box office breakdowns, things like that.
Yeah.
Movie news. We're gonna get into things about our life near the end of the show, the wrap up, but we're talking about what we want to do next year for the show.
Yeah.
And I do think now we're not gonna go, oh, this movie sucked, because that's not
No, no.
professional.
Yeah,
But
no.
discussing big things like this big thing with Warner Brothers,
Oh
but
man.
there's this video on TikTok, this great comedian guy who's talked about how Warner Brothers had an amazing year. They had nothing
Yes.
but hit after hit. I mean, they
Yes.
had a summer blockbuster with Superman, good horror movies with Sinners, which was really good. The Companion, which was great. One battle after another, which is probably gonna win Best Picture,
Really?
probably gonna get Leo another Oscar and Sean Penn another Oscar. And then you know what? We're gonna sell to Netflix.
Ah. Eric, I have a lot of thoughts about this because, I get variety in my email, right? And
I
all
check it
the
every morning. I don't
yeah,
subscribe, but I check.
yeah,
I check the big three every day.
yeah,
Hollywood
yeah.
Reporter, Variety, Deadline, which has really
Yes.
come into its own.
Yeah, which just for Deadline to be mentioned with those two big powerhouses is a feat unto itself. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know how you feel about this, and I've read that people have mixed emotions about Paramount bidding or doing a hostile takeover or
Yeah. Yeah.
something. Reading about Ellison and what he sent, his letter that he sent to the board of Warner Brothers. Was it Warner Brothers Discovery, I
Yeah.
think?
Yeah. But I don't
And
think Discovery is part of the
is part
deal.
of it. Oh, okay.
I think
Okay.
it's broken off into different things.
Okay. But he put in there that he has like cash available because, I mean, let's face it, Paramount is a movie studio.
Yeah.
They put things out, they put it out on TV, they put it out in the studio or in the theaters, and they have cash to back up
Yeah.
Warner Brothers. And what Warner Brothers
And
wants to do is put movies into theaters.
here's the thing nobody's talking about with Paramount. They stealthily did one of the biggest deals in streaming by landing the UFC.
That
So
is
your
absolutely amazing.
UFC, they're expensive, man. $50 is a lot of
Oh
money.
yeah. Oh
Now
yeah.
you're gonna be getting it for $12 a month, maybe 14, which would change, but
Amazing.
that's a huge. I don't know what the deal was for. It had to be in the multiple billions for
Oh,
them to get
yeah.
that deal.
Had to be. But I mean, Netflix saying that, oh no, whatever we said before about theaters doesn't apply now because we're gonna buy Warner Brothers because they have the funnel to get into the movie theaters, right? Because maybe Netflix couldn't break in, maybe this, maybe that. And it kind of has stuck with me, which as a streamer, you are tapped out with subscribers. Is that
Yeah.
not a true statement?
Yeah.
Could it be? And when you are tapped out with your subscribers, you look at selling on the stock market,
Yeah.
right? I would assume
Yeah.
to make money. And Ellison said, we don't rely on stock market to be able to buy and to produce and to create movies and projects that we could help Warner Brothers create and produce. And I thought that that was a pretty amazing outlook, considering, obviously Netflix is the biggest streamer around, I
Yeah.
think.
They're number one.
Yeah. And I think that's why I like Paramount Plus, or Paramount actually, buying Warner Brothers, because they have the wherewithal and they do want to do movies. They do want to put movies in the theaters,
Yeah, I
right?
think it was 30 movies is what they wanted to do, put out
Wow.
in the theater. But
Wow.
my issue is I don't want two big companies merging. I think it's bad
Yeah.
for business overall. There's no competition then. And
But
for
yeah,
people trying to sell scripts, it's like it's getting fewer and fewer.
right. Right. And
And
I think it would be worse with Netflix. Hey, look, we're here
yeah,
now.
Netflix is the worst option. Netflix is the worst option because here's the other thing. They would get rid of HBO Max and then maybe slowly getting rid of HBO is another thing they could possibly do. And that is such a standard for all of our lives. Do you
Everything.
remember getting excited? Hey, it's Saturday. What's
Yeah.
premiering on HBO?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That brought up a very good point, and we talked about this, off air and everything else. I think that's what's changing in our culture, is that expectation.
Yeah, completely. Yeah, completely.
The expectation of waiting for something to show on TV, to come to the movie theaters, um, to play on the radio. Do people even listen to the radio anymore? I do. I listen to the radio, um, but I also listen to Spotify and iHeartRadio and Amazon Music and iTunes, which we're all.
Hold on. I am loving this. This is the new version of the iPod. It's
What is it? Oh,
128. It's an MP3 player that
uh-huh,
looks like
uh-huh,
the iPod.
uh-huh.
128 gigs.
Oh,
It can store music and movies. It has some software issues, but man, what I'm doing now is I'm finding stuff on Spotify,
hmm.
then getting it and putting it on there.
Really?
Yeah.
So is that internet enabled
No,
Wi-Fi?
nope, nope. You put your
Really?
music on it, and you just all that does is play music or you watch a video on it. It's an
Eric,
iPod.
you are old school.
Well,
You
because
are old
to
school.
get off track, when I want to listen to music, I'm going to do it on that because
Yeah,
there's no distractions. I could
right.
just write and have music playing. On my phone, I'm going to, hey, you know what? Maybe I'll look at Instagram while I'm listening to music.
Right, 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 right. Yeah, there's other, that's the thing too. It's become such a distraction.
Yeah.
It's and I think people know this, and I think they're kind of tired of it. And we've talked about this too, is not only do people not have any expectations or any kind of expectations, in a way of, I want to listen to this song, I want to wait for this show to come on regular TV. Now everything is instantly at your fingertips.
Yeah, they kind of the value goes down a lot.
It does. But with the value of that, the music, the shows, does that in an odd way devalue or give a sense of devaluation to us as people? Man, this is deep.
I think so. I do think so. Yeah.
And I think that and you've even said it. Even my daughter's like, man, I just want to stay off of social media and everything. And is it turning back the other way?
I do think it is. I do think we're gonna the pendulum is gonna swing the other way where, you see a lot of kids now want dumb phones.
Right.
Phones that just may call, and it's the old school testing style, the T9, which that I don't want back. I do not want that back.
Really?
But
Uh,
no, I think this year is going to be a turning going into 2026. I do see a turning point in entertainment.
mhm.
Like I want us to get back to the $30 million movie.
Yeah.
Which sounds like a lot, but movie cost wise, no, that's a very mid-budget movie. Is 30 to 50 million is mid-budget. And I
Yeah.
do think we're gonna get back to that because people are having superhero fatigue, where it's just, oh, another one. And again, I'm excited about the new Avengers, the Supergirl, but I think we're gonna get slowly start getting back to that. And the big thing I feel is network TV has to do something
Yeah.
big right now. Like we were talking about Stranger Things before I hit record. Could you imagine if that show would have come out 20 years ago on the WB or something? It would be
Uh-huh.
bigger, and those kids would all be in movies now.
It's very true. I mean, you know, way back when in the 90s, that's how it worked, right? You started out on commercials, you started TV shows, the WB,
Yeah.
the CW.
Well, the
Uh,
WB, what is the CW?
did it turn into it? It
Well,
did,
when
right?
the WB and UPN merged and became
Mm-hmm.
the CW, that was in the early
90s. Oh,
2000s, around
2000s.
2005, 2006.
Okay. And it was
I
like,
have a whole book about that I'm
do
about to
you?
start reading. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. But that's how it was done. And now it's just kind of all over the place. There's no rhyme or reason, I think, which it opens up for actors, um, but it really closes things off for you to become discovered, like movie star type actors.
Well, see, that's the thing. In 2026, will we get the rebirth of the movie star? I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
yet. I don't think yet. I think soon, like oh man, the Timothy Chalamet is a movie star. He
Yes.
could open a movie.
Right, right, right,
And I
right.
think we'll see that going forward. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. We're
I
supposed to
know.
focus on highlights of this year until we get into the show. But
We're looking into the next year. We're
yeah,
looking.
yeah. But 2025 was a really, for entertainment, there was a lot of good stuff,
Hmm.
but it was just sort of a strange year.
Mm,
I mean,
mm,
every year is strange in a way,
mm,
but it's like, what big milestones did we get this year?
hmm. Entertainment wise, I don't know.
There was a
I'm
lot
I'm not
entertainment
sure.
wise. I mean, we saw the death, like we said, of superhero. A lot of the superhero movies weren't hits. Superman was, but Marvel's been a slowly sinking ship.
Mm. I mean, where do we go? And with that, I think you may be right because along if it was weird for us, it's got to be even weirder for the studios and streamers, right?
Yeah.
Um, and I think you may be onto something talking about um again, like there's no it's just like you threw it against the wall and it just stuck and fell off and that was it, right?
Yeah.
I
But
don't know,
let's
man.
get into our lives. How would you rate this year for you? Career
Um,
wise, productivity wise?
um, Productivity wise, I think good. I'm getting back more into production work, which
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like
Talk
and
about that.
dig. Um, I was first AD on a feature film here in San Antonio, a horror film. And then was a first AD on one of Grayson Barry,
That's
one of
awesome.
his projects. So that was pretty cool. And assistant camera. And then Eric, I think I'm gonna get back into acting.
That's awesome, man. I'm gonna mention acting and when we get to my end of the year stuff too.
Uh, you know, there's something about talking and when we talk to our guests and actors and stuff, I really feel a kinship to actors, right? Because
Yeah.
I know how hard and difficult it is. Um and I mean, we've talked a lot about, being creative in general and all the mind games that go on. But here I am. I'm getting back into the acting thing, so we'll see. Um, but no, man. Uh, Looking forward to doing more production work, uh, physical production work, obviously editing and things. Um, I mean, there's a thing that we're still working on, you know? You want to talk about Hillsborough Road?
Yeah, I mean, we're in the music phase, which is the last phase. We got the first 20 minutes of music and it's
Hmm.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
Um,
that's interesting.
and I look, uh I don't kid myself, and I don't think you do either, about the rigors of what it takes to actually finish something, a project.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked about it. It's made me depressed that it's taken this long, and I blame myself like completely for it.
No, no, no. And no, you shouldn't blame yourself. I think it is kind of what it is, and we're here. We're here now. We're almost at the brink of getting it completed. And I think we will. I think we will in this next couple months. We'll do our music wrap up, and then for
Yeah,
deliverables, we just got to work on a trailer and then deliver it, you know?
yeah.
So, um, but yeah, uh, I know you've been writing a lot, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing a pilot with a friend. The one that I keep trying to get you to read, Slasher Movie,
Yeah,
is sort of that's my heart right now, is getting that made. And I
yeah,
don't get doing it ourselves is the last resort. I don't want to do a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo ever again
yeah,
because it's awful. It's
yeah,
heartbreaking, and it's then you got to think, oh my God, we got to fulfill these things. So
right.
I'm coming up with a way to advertise the script that try to get attention that I'm going to talk about later on. I'm still finalizing all of that, but Slasher Movie is Dylan's read it, and he said it's definitely more me than Hillsborough Road was.
Good,
And I love
good.
Hillsborough Road. That's my firstborn. I love that movie, but I'll admit I don't like the 80s. I said it in the 80s because that's the perfect, no, because it's the perfect tone for that movie. Hillsborough Road would not work in the 90s. It would not work in the 2000s. The humor, the kills were all perfect set in the 80s.
Yeah, yeah,
Slasher movie, which is what I'm calling it because Scream was originally entitled Scary Movie. And then, then they changed it to Scream, and then, the Scary Movie franchise
right,
happened. But I'm
right.
not holding anything back. Nope, it's a slasher movie, and it's literally called Slasher Movie. I was gonna call it Slasher for a while, but I'm like, nope, Slasher Movie. We're gonna be right out in the open. And I've been focusing this year on becoming I really want to focus more on PG-13 horror
Yeah,
because when you go R, you're limiting your audience. And
right.
I'm more into doing gateway horror movies.
Yeah.
Like, I love that with the Halloween and Scream franchise, there are people who go, I don't like horror movies at all, but I really like Scream
Mm-hmm.
because it's approachable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hillsborough Road is made for horror movie fans. Let's be honest. It's
Yeah.
slasher movie is also, but it's such an easy entry point for people, because it's not heavy-handed, it's not over-the-top violence. So
Yeah.
yeah, that is my pride and joy right there. Then I have the other movies that I've pitched to you that I'm working on in the background, but getting slasher movie made is my big goal.
Nice, man. Can you talk about your pilot? Your
Yeah,
what you're
it's
working on?
called Human Interest. I've talked to you about it. It's about a guy who leaves his small town to be a journalist in Seattle. Things don't go right. His dad, who was a retired cop, starts visiting him in dreams so his son could help him solve these cases he could never solve.
Nice. Nice,
Yeah, it's
man.
very Hallmark.
That sounds freaking great.
Yeah.
That sounds very good. Very good. So looking
But then I
ahead.
have this other pilot I want to
Mm-hmm.
work on
Uh-huh.
that's completely more fun. And
Mm-hmm.
I want to make something that's that 70s show, but set in the mid 2000s
Okay.
to capture
Okay.
the millennial generation, our pop
Yeah,
culture events from then and stuff. Like,
that's cool.
that's what's been running through my mind a lot because it would sell right now. They tried to do that 90s show, but there wasn't anything significantly different about the 90s. But the mid to early 2000s is when pop culture was in full
Shift.
gear.
The
Yeah,
shift.
the MySpace, you can do a whole episode in a show like that about
Yeah.
MySpace top eight drama. That's a whole show right there with teenagers. Like,
Yeah.
well, why did you move this person to your number five spot? Why am I number eight?
Yeah. That's, and really that's kind of interesting you say because the 90s was that a turning point? And then the shift happened in
The
2000s.
beginning was the 90s. Yeah, the late 95 to about 99
Yeah.
is when culture started
Shifted.
changing.
Yeah.
But
Maybe that's
2000,
what's happening now. Maybe that's what's happening now is there's that odd, like couple years, and then the shift is going to happen in 2026.
yeah, I mean, I think the beginning would be 2026 of the
Yeah,
culture.
yes,
And we're
yeah.
not talking political, we're talking
No,
entertainment
create,
here.
yeah,
We're
no,
talking
no,
entertainment,
no.
music, things
Yeah.
like that.
We need fun shows to come back.
Yes.
We need Punk
And
to
net
come
and
back
on
and
network
Jackass.
and on networks. Well, Johnny Knoxville is hosting the new Fear
Fear
Factor,
Factor.
which
Yeah.
it's going to be definitely more reality show than different people each week. But I am going to watch it because I'm a huge I like Bam
Johnny Knoxville.
Margera more, but Johnny Knoxville, he's an icon.
Yeah, very much, very much, very much, man. Yeah. There's a lot going on in entertainment.
Well,
And
I
I
think
think
it's because
2026 is going to be crazy.
to get on that, I think it's now that a lot of the people in power, decision makers, are people who grew up in our era. And they want to they miss that and they want to put that stuff out.
Good. I hope so. Because that's what we're missing, I think. We're missing the fun era. Everybody's been so stuffy lately, you know? And we just need to breathe and have fun.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
see if we can do that. Let's see if we could breathe and have a little fun, Eric.
Yeah. But again, with us, to get back to that, we started another podcast called Hey, Let's Do Lunch.
Making.
Exactly. Yeah. Because let's be on this show, we have a little bit of everything.
Yes.
There's
Yes.
music, there's a
Hmm.
lot of writers, but our heart and soul is in film.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think especially because of the indie aspect. I think there's more filmmakers out there that want to talk about their films, but they don't know where to go, what to do. We're perfect. We're perfect for
Exactly.
them.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah. No, no, I think with what we're doing. Oh, by the way, we're creating a new audio book.
Yes.
So with PD Blackwell, it's a sci-fi book.
Yeah. Very
It's
excited about that. It's been going on a little over a year.
Yeah, he's got two books. He's
Yeah.
got two books and we're doing them at the same time. But yeah,
Kind of like, the
amazing.
way they film big epic movies, like they film
Lord of
part
the
one,
Rings.
two. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
filmed all three. You know that the very first thing they filmed in Lord of the Rings was the ending of Return of the King?
Really?
Yeah, that was the very first thing they filmed, apparently, when
Wow.
Frodo's getting off into the boat.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of makes sense because you play the end first and then you can just backtrack because you already know the end. It's
Well,
almost
see,
like
I think that would be hard because you've got to give these guys emotional connections.
and I think when you know the end of your emotional connection, I think you can backtrack. But again, these were what? How many hour movies? 3 hour movies?
20 hours?
Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine the scripts, the pages
Oh
of
my
scripts
God.
and how many if they do rewrites on set
Oh, well,
and
then now I saw each movie. The first two I saw six times. The third one I saw five times in
wow,
theaters.
wow,
But
wow.
we're getting
Oh
off
yeah,
track
yeah,
again. Back
yeah,
to the
yeah,
hey, let's
yeah,
do lunch.
yeah.
And
No,
the book.
oh no, the book, I mean it's absolutely amazing. Two books at the same time. It's hundreds of audio hours that's going into
Yeah.
this,
And
doing,
then the
sound
special
design.
effects, the
Yeah.
sound design.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's almost like doing an audio like a movie without visual, but you're still doing editing, audio editing, you're
Yeah.
still doing sound design, sound editing. So, yeah.
Well, and then remember we had an audio book come out.
Yeah, Cooksville, USA, Cooksville, USA.
Yeah.
Um that is on Audible. Just got it on Spotify.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, all kinds of good stuff, Eric. All kind for the podcast and for the media company. Um,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
growing.
we did our first sponsorship of a film festival this year.
Exactly. Yeah, and we're going to be having a lot of the people from the
Yes.
festival on the show in the
Yes.
very near future.
Very near future. Yes. Yeah. I made everybody I met over there. I said, hey, I'm gonna contact you to come on the show. So lots of great directors, producers, and actors that I came across and was able to meet. Thank very thankful to Grayson and Ryan for letting us be a part of their wonderful kick-ass film festival in
Yeah,
Austin, Texas. Can't wait to do it again next year. It's amazing.
exactly, man. It's going to be even
Absolutely.
better.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah. I mean, we got a lot of good stuff.
It is,
Um,
man. This is going to, as this year wraps down and we look forward into next year, I want to be excited.
yeah, I think it's time to get excited again. Um, and obviously we are excited, but I think looking ahead at 2026, it's going to be an exciting year. Very exciting. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
What are some things you want to accomplish next year? Give us four things
Four things. Man.
in your personal life, not for the company, just in your life.
Oh, personal life. Oh,
Like
man.
your career also, not like I want to eat better. You know what I mean?
Right, 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 right. Um, I want to, boy, I'm really big on putting like, like my
Putting stuff
thoughts.
out there.
Yeah. And I think that's a very valid question that I really don't know if I've thought about it.
Okay,
Um, but I am going to say I would love to produce more audiobooks.
that's awesome.
Um, to produce, knowing how not difficult, but how much time it takes
Yeah,
for movies and to do things. Um, I still have a itch to do that, man. To create, be a multimedia producer,
that's cool.
creator. Yeah, 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 man. How about you?
I want to start taking social media a bit more seriously, not just
Yeah,
scrolling through it,
yeah.
but using it more as a way to promote stuff.
Right. Because I think obviously that's where it's at. That,
Yeah.
to add to that, when we were talking about Netflix thing, it was like, oh man, they're wanting to put everything online. I hate online. And then we were talking about doing stuff. We're like, yeah, but we got to do it online.
Yeah, that is the thing of it. But I mean, I don't consider social media art. It is content.
No, no, yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree
Oh,
with
yeah,
that.
that's the thing, but this is what we're gonna wrap up with.
Okay.
Disney just announced a thing that they're gonna be working with Sora AI
Okay.
to have people use Disney characters to make content for Disney Plus. Now, let me talk about this. Disney, the company that sued schools for having Disney characters painted on a wall, tried to sue a family because when your child died, they put Mickey Mouse on his tombstone. Now they're going to have a thing on their streaming service where people could create stuff with Sora AI and you could watch it on their streaming service. They've invested billions into it. And that's the end of the year, folks.
You know, Eric, there's a lot of stuff going on with AI, and I think
Dun,
that's a
dun,
good point to
dun, dun,
wrap
dun,
up. We should,
dun,
we
dun,
should.
dun, burn.
I
When,
think we should wrap up.
whenever
Yeah.
people mention I hear dun, 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 dun. Burn. John
Oh,
Connor didn't fight for us to make friends with AI.
exactly, exactly. There's a lot of stuff. Look, I think for normal people, AI is the way to go.
Yeah.
Creative outfit, that's a whole different ball game. That's a whole different story. And let me tell you something about Disney. Those that poor family getting sued by Disney. But maybe if the poor family were to pay Disney for a licensing fee, I'm sure they'd do it. It's just, you know, it's it's getting really big and
Hold on. We
they're
just got
starting to
an
eat
email
themselves.
from Bob Iger
Yeah.
saying
Oh, yeah.
you're greenlit. So
Yeah.
thank you, Disney. You're the
Oh,
greatest
Disney, we
company
love
in
you.
the
I
world.
love it. I love it. I love Disney. I mean, how could we not love Disney?
If
All
you
the
want
Disney
us to
characters.
if you want us to rough up schools
That's
for
right.
using your image
That's right.
without your permission, we'll
That's
rough
right.
them up.
That's right. I've got 5 fingers. Wait, I got 4 fingers and I could put on another 4 rings. Okay, we can go. We could do this, Eric.
Everyone, this was a really weird wrap up. Have a happy and blessed 2026.
See you
See
2025.
you in no, see you in 2026. We're in 2025 now, Larry.
Oh no, I'm saying goodbye to 2025. Look, this is it. I'm kissing 2025. Oh, hey, Eric, I'll see you next year.
See you next year, buddy.